Why was famous Pak journalist Arshad Sharif killed and who was involved? The assassination of Arshad Sharif, a prominent Pakistani journalist, sent shockwaves across the nation and beyond. His death in Kenya on October 23, 2022, raised numerous questions about press freedom, political suppression, and the potential involvement of powerful entities. While Kenyan authorities initially termed his killing a case of mistaken identity, subsequent investigations and reports suggested a far more sinister plot, one that points to a targeted assassination. Sharif was known for his fearless investigative journalism, particularly his criticism of the military establishment and the political elite of Pakistan. His exile, sudden killing, and the circumstances surrounding the incident indicate that his murder may have been politically motivated. This article explores why Arshad Sharif was killed, who may have been involved, and the broader implications of his assassination. Arshad Sharif's background in journalism. Arshad Sharif was a highly respected journalist in Pakistan. He worked for various media outlets, including ARY News, where he hosted the political talk show Power Play. Sharif became famous for his investigative reports on corruption, military affairs, and political scandals. Over time, he became one of the few journalists in Pakistan willing to speak openly against the country's military establishment, an institution known for its deep influence in national politics. His journalism focused on military involvement in politics, corruption within state institutions, human rights violations, the role of intelligence agencies in political affairs. Sharif's increasing criticism of the military and government institutions made him a target. His final months were marked by legal troubles, threats, and ultimately, his forced exile. Why did Arshad Sharif leave Pakistan? Before his death, multiple sedition cases were filed against Sharif across Pakistan. These cases accused him of spreading anti-state narratives, a common charge used against dissenting voices. In May 2022, after an episode of his show aired alleging military interference in politics, his employer ARY News was shut down temporarily. He was later forced to resign. Sharif repeatedly spoke about threats to his life. He told colleagues and friends that he was being followed and that his phone was being tapped. Amidst the growing dangers, he left Pakistan in August 2022, initially traveling to the United Arab Emirates, UAE. However, sources suggest that Pakistani authorities pressured the UAE government to expel him. Feeling unsafe, he moved to Kenya in September 2022, where he ultimately met his tragic end. The assassination in Kenya. Arshad Sharif, a prominent Pakistani investigative journalist, was fatally shot in Kenya on October 23, 2022. The initial account from Kenyan police described the incident as a case of mistaken identity during a routine checkpoint operation. The Kenyan police initially claimed that officers at a roadblock fired at his car after mistaking it for a vehicle involved in a child abduction case. However, later investigations found serious inconsistencies in the police's version of events. A Pakistani fact-finding team released a report in December 2022, suggesting that Sharif's death was a planned assassination involving transnational actors. The report highlighted inconsistencies in the Kenyan police's statements and pointed to the possibility of a coordinated effort behind the killing. A Pakistani fact-finding mission report released in December 2022 suggested that Sharif's killing was a planned targeted assassination. The report pointed out, the shots were precise and aimed to kill. Ballistics reports did not match the police's initial claim of mistaken identity. Kenyan authorities failed to provide a credible explanation. The people who hosted Sharif in Kenya had suspicious backgrounds. All these details raised strong suspicions that his murder was not an accident but an execution. Kenyan security agencies have a history of carrying out targeted killings for foreign governments. Some reports suggest that Sharif may have been tracked in Kenya by individuals acting on behalf of Pakistani authorities. The mysterious individuals who hosted him in Kenya and the involvement of local security forces suggest collusion between multiple entities. Who was involved in his assassination? Sharif had fled Pakistan due to threats against his life and potential arrest over charges of maligning national institutions. He initially sought refuge in the United Arab Emirates but later relocated to Kenya. The circumstances leading to his move and subsequent death have fueled speculation about the involvement of Pakistani military officials. Some political commentators believe that certain powerful political figures in Pakistan may have wanted to silence Sharif permanently. His journalism had exposed corruption at various levels, making him a threat to both civilian and military elites. Many believe that Pakistani intelligence agencies played a role in orchestrating his murder. Sharif had been critical of the military establishment, and his reporting often exposed corruption and political interference. Sharif's mother accused senior Pakistani intelligence officers, including then Army Chief General Bajwa and ISI head Nadeem Anjum, of orchestrating her son's murder. In July 2024, the Kajiado County High Court in Kenya ruled that the police acted unlawfully in Sharif's death and ordered the government to pay compensation to his widow. Investigations and international reactions. Following public outcry, the Pakistani government formed a fact-finding team to investigate Sharif's murder. Their report concluded that it was a planned killing, but no significant action was taken to hold anyone accountable. Kenyan authorities initially insisted that the killing was accidental but later failed to provide a clear explanation for the inconsistencies in their statements. No Kenyan police officer has been held accountable. Human rights organizations and journalist groups condemned Sharif's killing, calling for an independent international investigation. However, no substantial action has been taken at the international level. Why Arshad Sharif's death matters. The assassination of Arshad Sharif highlights several major issues. His killing underscores the dangers faced by investigative journalists, particularly those who challenge powerful institutions. His death adds to the growing evidence that Pakistan's military plays a significant role in controlling media narratives. Journalists worldwide face similar threats when exposing corruption and abuse of power. Sharif's killing fits into a pattern of targeted assassinations of reporters. Despite significant evidence pointing towards foul play, no one has been held accountable for his murder. This lack of justice sets a dangerous precedent. Arshad Sharif's assassination remains one of the most shocking and politically significant murders in Pakistan's recent history. His fearless reporting made him a target of powerful forces, and his forced exile and eventual killing suggest a well-planned operation. While Kenyan police claim it was a mistake, investigations point to a targeted killing, one that could involve Pakistani intelligence agencies, local security forces in Kenya, and possibly influential political figures. To this day, justice for Arshad Sharif remains elusive. His killing serves as a reminder of the risks journalists face when they dare to expose the truth in dangerous political environments. Until those responsible are brought to justice, his death will remain a dark mark on press freedom in Pakistan and beyond.